son. And Springbrook meet today on It's Academic. Hello, everyone. I'm Hillary Howard. This is the opening round. You know how it works. Each of the teams begins with 100 points, 10 up for a right answer, 10 off for a wrong answer. The teams in the studio do not see what you do at home. Let's begin. Careful, danger. You may need the number of the nearest poison control center, as these questions are all about things that are poisonous. Identify, but don't touch, the following. Some paint still contains this poisonous element. Stonebridge.
Lead.
Yes. Poison was mistakenly drunk by this queen, Hamlet's mother. Jefferson.
Gertrude.
Answer is? Gertrude. Gertrude is correct. An hourglass-shaped mark is on the underside of this venomous. Stonebridge.
Black Widow.
That is right. This poison is linked to old lace in a play title. TJ.
Arsenic.
Yes. A serpent dripped venom on the head of this Norse god of mischief. TJ. Yes. The signs of the zodiac include this venomous arachnid. TJ.
Scorpion.
Yes. Poisons were common in books by this author who created Hercule Poirot. Jefferson.
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie.
That is right. This ruler of ancient Egypt was poisoned by an asp. TJ.
Cleopatra.
That is correct, and that's the end of the round.
It's Academic with Hillary Howard. Sponsored by Giant. New things are happening at Giant.
Yay, cheerleaders! Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Academic. It is time to meet the teams. We begin with Stonebridge, a school that's on for It's Academic for the first time. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to see you. Let's first say hello to John Ting. Hiya, John.
Hi, I'm John Ting, and I'm a senior at Stonebridge. I'd like to thank the band for coming and supporting us, along with Mr. Smilik and Mr. Keller, who can't be here today.
All right, Josh Kipps, how you doing?
Good, thanks. I'm Josh Kipps, and I'd like to thank our family and friends for supporting us, and Mr. Willis, who is our coach.
And Apurva Arunkumar.
My name is Apurva. I'm a senior. I'd like to thank our great coach, Mr. Willis, and also our great principal, Mr. Person.
All right, gentlemen, 20 points for correct answers, nothing off for a wrong answer. New Nomad Riddle. See if you can solve this riddle and find the hidden name of what capital city of Spain? Oh, nope. It's there. It's there around.
It's Madrid.
Yes, it is. A cardiologist, a dentist, an oculist. If you were having trouble with a bicuspid, you would most appropriately consult which of these professionals?
A cardiologist.
No, it's a dentist. Hereditaryman.edu. Back in the 1800s, this might have been a good web address for what Austrian monk who investigated inherited traits by experimenting with garden peas?
Mendel.
That is right. Vladimir Putin, Ivan the Terrible, Joseph Stalin. All of these men wielded power in Russia, but at different times. Place them in chronological order, starting with the... No, I'm sorry. Place them in order, starting with the earliest.
Ivan the Terrible, Joseph Stalin, Vladimir Putin.
That is correct. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our blank. To complete this phrase from Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, add what sort of celestial bodies, such as Sirius, Polaris, and Alpha Centauri?
Stars.
Stars is right. Good job, Stonebridge, with 200 points. From Fairfax County's Thomas Jefferson High School, first we say hello to Nadej Aoki.
Hi, I'm Nadezha Aoki. I'm a senior at TJ, and I'd like to thank our alternate, Kunal DeBroy, as well as our friends and family for coming out to support us.
All right, Sid Verma, welcome back.
Hi, I'm Sid Verma. I'm a senior at Thomas Jefferson, and I'd like to thank our school administration for their continued support.
And Ryan Gallant, tell us about yourself.
I'm Ryan. I'm a sophomore at Thomas Jefferson, and I'd like to thank our two wonderful coaches, Mr. Laffey and Miss Seavey.
All right, here we go. A pilgrim made it. Hidden in this sentence is the name of what German brothers noted for collecting fairy tales?
Grimm?
Yes. Eat, dance, fight. If a person were belligerent, you would most appropriately expect him or her to take which of these actions?
Fight.
Yes. Karen.com. Had the internet been available then, this might have been a website for Karen, the mythical boatman who ferried dead souls across what river of Hades?
Styx.
Yes. Energy, commerce, treasury. Please arrange these 3 cabinet departments chronologically according to the order in which they were created.
Commerce, treasury. Commerce, treasury, energy.
No, it's treasury, commerce, energy. Into the Valley of Death rode the blank 100. To complete this famous line from Tennyson's The Charge of the Light Brigade, add what number the square root of 36?
6.
It is. Thomas Jefferson with 240 points. And now from Silver Springs, Springbrook High School. Hello, Ezra Hollander.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm a senior at Springbrook High School, and I'd like to thank Springbrook's faculty and staff for supporting us, and particularly our administrator, Daniel Garcia, who's with us today.
Wonderful. And Kibra Haile.
Hi, I'm Kibra. I'm a senior at the Brook. I'd like to thank our Palms for being here today. So thank
Yay,
you.
Palms. And finally, Joshua Lucker.
Hello, my name is Joshua Lucker. I'm a senior at Springbrook High School, and I would love to thank our coach, Dr. Hussein, and our alternate, Galila Haile.
Here you go. A call I've returned. Hidden in this phrase is the name of what large bodily organ that produces bile and stores glucose?
Liver?
It is. Unyielding, unhappy, unattractive. A person who is adamant can best be described by which of these adjectives?
Unyielding.
Unyielding is right. ItalianTraveler.com. This could have been a 13th century website for what Italian traveler who spent a number of years at the court of Kublai Khan?
Marco Polo.
It is. Neil Armstrong, Yuri Gagarin, Alan Shepard. Here, listed alphabetically, are 3 astronauts. Please arrange them in correct chronological order according to the dates of their first space flights.
Yuri Allen Neal.
Yes. Good job. The bureaucracy is a blank from which no one can escape. You can complete this quote by filling in the blank with what geometric figure whose area can be determined by the formula area equals pi r squared.
Circle.
Circle is right. Springbrook High School with 200 points. That's the end of the round. Let's hear it for Ashburn, Virginia's Stonebridge Band, led by Josh Smilak. Good to have you back, guys, and each contestant today will receive tickets to Sheer Madness, now in its 26th year at the Kennedy Center. It's the comedy whodunit where the audience gets to help solve the crime. Come visit their newly renovated theater and see why one critic said, "It's the most fun I ever had at the Kennedy Center." And while they're off at the theater, everyone, of course, is invited to check out our Facebook page. Time for the Picture Perfect round, but first let's recap the scores. Stonebridge, 200 points, Jefferson, 240 points, and Springbrook, 200 points. All right, in this round, correct answers are worth 10 points, incorrect answers off 10 points. Here's the first clue. This is Freedom Walkway, part of Atlanta's Center for Nonviolent Social Change, dedicated to the memory of what? Springbrook.
Martin Luther King.
That is right. This Delacroix painting depicts a garden often frequented by what Polish composer, noted for such piano music as his Minute Waltz? TJ.
Chopin.
Yes. At Christmas time, a choir with candles commemorates Saint Lucia, at a 700-year-old cathedral in what capital city of Springbrook?
Washington, D.C.
No, of Sweden. The answer was Stockholm. On your screens, solve for X. TJ.
4.
4 is correct. Choice. Titled Black Lines, this 1913 painting is the work of what artist? Degas, Kandinsky, or Norman Rockwell? TJ.
Kandinsky.
That is correct. This is a 16th century painting of a garden in what country, now known as Iran? TJ.
Persia.
Persia is right. This Winslow Homer painting depicts a cottage on what British islands, a popular vacation spot located off North Carolina? TJ.
Bermuda.
Bermuda is it. Woven for the Palace of Versailles, this tapestry was intended to portray what first full month of summer? Springbrook.
July.
July is right. Good job, everyone. That's the end of the round. It is time to meet the faculty and coaches, get the students ready for competition, and we begin with our new school from Ashburn, Virginia, Stonebridge High School. Josh, who's with you?
To my right is Mr. Willis, our coach and sponsor, and to my left is Mr. Person, our principal.
Great to have you here. Welcome. Fairfax County's Jefferson High School. Sid, who's with you?
Behind me to my right is our principal, Dr. Glazer, and behind me to my left is our one of our co-sponsors and coaches, Mr. Laffey.
Good to see you, gentlemen. And from Springbrook High School, Kibra, who is with you?
Yours are administrator, Mr. Garcia to my right, and this is Dr. Hussein, our coach, to my left.
Good to see you guys. All right, now it's time to begin the next round. Stonebridge, you get to answer questions first, and TJ, you get to pick what packet they'll answer questions from, 1, 2, or 3.
2.
It is 2. Ready? Here we go. The Panama Canal could not be completed until doctors found that yellow fever could be contained by controlling what insect?
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, right. The Canadian Postal Authority has issued a stamp honoring what American colonial patriot who published Poor Richard's Almanac?
Franklin.
Yes. The dual themes of responsibility and guilt run through John Updike's 1963 novel titled For What Mythical Creature Half Man, Half Horse?
Centaur.
Centaur is right. Here's your science question. Gypsum guano ganglion. Which of these is a sulfate mineral used for making casts and mold?
Gypsum.
Yes. Many organizations spread from America to Europe, but Clara Barton brought to the United States what relief organization founded in Geneva?
Red Cross.
Red Cross is right. The fictional Gabriel Grubb was a cold-hearted gravedigger created by what novelist, who later created the cold-hearted Ebenezer Scrooge?
Charles Dickens.
It is Charles Dickens. Here's your math question. Solve this pair of equations for y. And your answer is? Gentlemen?
4.
No, it is 1. Although he lost his bid to be president of his freshman class at college, what man later won the 1960 election to become the 35th president of the United States?
Kennedy.
It is Kennedy. Good job, Stonebridge High School, 340 points. TJ's up. Springbrook, packet 1 or 3?
1.
1. Was that the hardest question of the day? Which packet will it be? All right, here we go. Just 16 years before Pompeii was destroyed by a volcanic eruption, the city was damaged by what other natural disaster measured on the Richter scale?
Earthquake.
Yeah. On the Great Seal of the United States, the eagle is shown clutching what sort of branch that symbolizes peace?
Olive?
It is. The biblically named town of Goshen was the birthplace of what Bible-toting abolitionist who led an 1859 raid on Harper's Ferry?
John Brown.
John Brown is right. Your science question. Cellulose, cell membrane, chloroplasts. Which of these is common to all living cells?
Cell membrane.
It is. The arts may have flourished during her reign, but a peasants' revolt was brutally suppressed by what Russian empress known as the Great?
Catherine.
It is Catherine. The modern novel by J.A. Jance is titled Paradise Lost, a name used centuries earlier to title a work by what English poet?
Milton.
Milton's correct. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
1.
1 is right. Though he didn't pull rabbits out of hats, the nickname the Little Magician was given to what 8th U.S. president?
After Jackson.
Yeah.
So, Van Buren.
Van Buren.
Van Buren is right. TJ gets a 25-point bonus. Packet number 3 for the lady and gentleman of Springbrook. First clue. Poet John Donne should appeal to geographers since he stated that no man is what type of landmass surrounded entirely by water?
Island.
Island is right. A Russian reconnaissance plane designated Il-78 is also named for what mythical king who found his golden touch anything but yes. It is. You usually find a catcher behind home plate, but where do you find the catcher in the title of a novel by J.D. Salinger?
In the rye.
Yeah. Here's your science question. Its velocity, its kinetic energy, its potential energy. A ball is thrown in the air. As it rises, there is an increase in which of these?
Potential energy.
Potential energy.
Potential energy is right. In 1831, a book about American frontier speech was written by what painter and ornithologist, better known of his book Birds of America? Nope. Oh, you know this one. James Audubon. For a movie adaptation of Arthur Conan Doyle's The Hounds of Baskerville, The Hound of the Baskervilles, actors would vie for the leading role of what fictional British detective?
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. Here's your math question. Solve for X.
7.
It is 7. Although he was born in Vermont and took his presidential oath there, what 30th president had served as governor of Massachusetts?
Roosevelt.
The answer is Calvin Coolidge. But nice job, Springbrook High School, with 330 points. That is the end of the round. We'll be right back. Time for the grab bag round. Let's recap the scores first. Stonebridge 340, Jefferson 475, and Springbrook 330. Okay, 20 points up or down for correct answers or incorrect answers. The visual clues are worth 30. Here we go. To decide a recent tied election in New Mexico, the candidates played a hand of what card game in which a full house beats a straight? Stonebridge.
Poker.
Yes. For the first time since the colonial era, bobcats are roaming around on what Massachusetts Cape, a major tourist attraction? TJ.
Cape Cod.
Yes. During World War I, British General Stanley Maude died of cholera soon after he captured what city, now Iraq's capital? Springbrook.
Tehran.
No, it is Baghdad. On your screens for 30 points. Those burning eyes belong to what Irish dramatist and social reformer who wrote such plays as Pygmalion? TJ.
Defer.
Shaw.
Yes, it is. The familiar tribute to George Washington, first in war, first in peace, was first spoken by what Virginia cavalry officer nicknamed Light Horse Harry? TJ.
Lee.
Yes, it is. How many kilograms are there in 5 million grams? Springbrook.
Differ.
500.
5,000 is the answer. The first American woman portrayed on a U.S. coin was what woman's? Stonebridge.
Sacagawea.
No, Susan B. Anthony. On your screens for 30 points. Be on thy guard against the good and the just. This cynical quote is from what German philosopher who devised the concept of the Superman? Stonebridge.
Nietzsche.
That is right. Choice. Which one of the following compounds is the anhydride of sulfuric acid? Sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, or disulfur dioxide? TJ.
The last one?
No, it is sulfur trioxide, the second one. What bird is calling in the title of J.K. Rowling's recent detective novel? TJ.
Cuckoo?
Yes, it is. Iowa has formed a sister state relationship with what small, newly independent Balkans country where Pristina is the capital? TJ.
Kosovo?
Kosovo's correct. On your screens for 30 points. This rock formation is named for what ancient Roman general who joined Caesar and Crassus in the first? TJ.
Pompey?
Yes, it is. It took what Austrian composer only one night to write the overture for his opera Don Giovanni? TJ.
Mozart.
Mozart's it. Peter Pan's friends. That is the end of the game. The scores are now official. We begin with Silver Springs, Springbrook High School, and 290 points. Joshua, Kibra, and Ezra, thank you very much. Next up from Ashburn, Stonebridge High School. John, Josh, and Apurva, thank you so much with 370 points. And coming back for the playoffs from Fairfax County, Thomas Jefferson High School. Nadej, Sid, and Ryan with 615 points. Good job. All right, keep it here for next week's game when we have Edison, Gonzaga, and West Springfield. Until then, I'm Hillary Howard. Great having you. Everybody else, come on down.